Blade, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on, big homie? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good. What about you?
Chilling, man. Blessed.
That's what's up, man. Hey, first of all, I got to thank you for sliding through. You did cutting line doing this interview for us.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure, man. I appreciate you having me here, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
I'm pretty sure the people done seen you know what I'm saying, up here. You know, we at Chirac Magazine studio cutting the artists that come through, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was time to let the people know who you are, man. So, you know, introduce yourself, let the people know who you are and what's going on.
Yeah, this your boy YP Blade. A lot of people know me as one of the top barbers or whatnot. A lot of people know me from the Rat 290, Lake County, North Chicago, Wisconsin, man, Missouri. I'm all over the place, man. But I'm mainly stationed right now in Gurney Mills Mall.
So where you from?
The west side of Chicago.
That's where you grew up at?
Yep. I can't really tell you like I've been everywhere. Like my mom, you know what I mean? We moved here, we moved there. You did what I'm saying, California and Fullerton. I lived on Laverne and Madison. I lived on Monroe, right off Pulaski. Man, over there, you remember let me ask you from 290, right? Catfish Corner.
Man, this I ain't the one getting interviewed.
I know,
you
right?
Dig? This you.
Hey,
You
I
know
lived over there by the Catfish Corner over there. You did what I'm saying, not too far from the United Center. So I've been everywhere out west. I lived everywhere out west.
Did you live out south too?
Yup, I lived out south. I lived on 95th and Troop. You know what I mean? I went to grammar school out there. Went to Fort Dearborn for a while. You know what I mean? I had moved over east. Got my own crib when I was 18. Over there on Dorchester. They call it Sircon City. You feel me? And I moved from over there. I moved to Terrortown. They call it Terrortown over there. By exchange. I think I was like, I don't remember. I think it was like Cole, 71st and Cole or some shit like that.
So it's safe to say that you from all over in Chicago.
From all over, man.
So tell me this. Is the west side the best side?
The west side the best side. That's just my opinion, man, because, you know what I mean, we be on some player shit. You know what I mean? If somebody get killed out there, it's for a reason. But, you know, nowadays you got a lot of shorties, you know, cutting up a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? But the west side, the best side, to me, to be honest with you, man. You feel me?
Hey, so I remember we was doing the South Side Point interview.
Yeah.
And you was in there, you was talking to Point, and you was like, you made a statement that we had to make sure we dropped. You was like, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. The South Side got the best rappers. Is that true?
Man, I ain't no cap. They do though, cause you gotta think about it. You got Chief Keef, you got G Herbo, you know what I mean. You got Kanye West, you got Common. You feel me? Got Bump J.
Bump from out west.
Well, when I was out there, he was out there. He was over east with it though. To be honest with you. Okay. I don't know if he's from out, but you know, I seen him personally. I know his homie Sly Porteroy. They used to be over east. You did what I'm saying?
Okay, so all right, so tell me this. Let's get to your profession, cause you a barber, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, obviously you on the cutting line. You know what I'm saying? Interview. Just for those that don't know, this is Barber Client Privilege, and
absolutely,
and you the first. You did what I'm saying to bless the platform. So how long you been cutting hair?
Man, I've been cutting hair for over 14 years now. I started cutting hair when I got out of high school. I ain't gonna even cap to you. My big cousin, Big Carl, shout out to my cousin, Big Carl. He like really motivated me to cut hair.
Was he a barber?
He was a barber, but he was like a I never seen him work in a barbershop. You feel me? But he used to cut my hair all the time. He did an excellent job every time he cut my hair. Like, I used to go to school, man. They used to be like, damn, who cut your hair, man? That's a tight ass fade. And I remember, like it was yesterday, Jordan last championship. I think that was like what, 96? He had gave me a tight ass fade, man, and he put a design in the back of my head. And I didn't know what the design was. No cap. I went to school that day. And they was like, damn, man, your haircut raw as hell, man. I'm like, yeah, this is the same haircut he always gave me. He like, nah, man, he put that design in the back of your head. So he like, I'm checking it out. Let me check what he did. Man, he had a whole bull sign in the back of my head, man. You know, the bull symbol.
Yeah. He hit you
man,
with the
bull sign. Man, that shit
was
so raw, man. Everybody was like, damn, this nigga got a cold. That shit cold as hell. Because, you know, Jordan just came off winning his 6th ring. So, man, just like, man, he was I looked up to him, man. He was always clean, nice, clean dressing guy. And it was a couple of other cats I looked up to when they was cutting hair and shit. You did want to say they made me want to cut hair because they got all the nice clothes, nice cars and shit like that. So
he the reason that you picked up the Clippers.
He the real reason. And then after that, you know what I mean, I started seeing other barbers. You know what I mean? That was doing their thing. Like I said, they had the nicest clothes, the nice cars, the females. Their life was good. Life was good for them.
So out of these 14 years that you've been cutting, who was the most popular person that you ever cut?
The most popular person I ever cut? Man, that's tough. I'm going to say Lil Rel.
Lil Rel
from out west.
Okay, so for the people that don't know who Lil Rel is, give us a little history about Lil Rel.
Yeah, I used to work on Madison, Cicero and Madison, and I was like best friends with his little brother Mac. Shout out to my nigga Mac. You know what I mean? We friends on Facebook or whatnot. His brother was Lil Rel, but he wasn't. He was always a funny guy. You did what I'm saying. He used to come to the shop, you know. And I cut his hair. He was actually going to a comedy show with Kevin Hart. So you know, ever since then he got on. But Lil Rel, he's an actor / comedian. You know, if you ever seen Get Out, Lil Rel was in Get Out. He was the one with the glasses. He been in some movies though. But I say by far that's the most famous dude I ever cut.
You still in touch with Lil Rel?
We still friends on Facebook. You know what I mean? We've been friends for a while. Because like I said, you know, his brother, that's like my best friend, man. Shout out to Mac once again. I tried to reach out to him, you feel what I'm saying, trying to get some tickets or whatnot. But you know, motherfuckers move on, man. But you know, I ain't tripping. Much love to Lil Rel and his success. You know, coming from where we come from, shit, man. You don't see that type of shit, but yeah, shout out to Lil Rel. That's probably by far the most famous dude I cut.
That's what's up. So,
absolutely.
So how you feel about when Jalen Rose, he came out and he said, if you ain't paying your barber $100 a cut, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what you doing? Do you feel like all barbers deserve $100 a cut, or tell me what you think about that?
You know what? He right, man. He right, cause you know we artists, man. You know what I mean? You gotta think about it, man. That cut might get you somewhere in life, somewhere major in life. You did what I'm saying. As far as like a interview, you might meet your best, your next wife, or whatnot. Like, and shout out to dude that be cutting his hair too. He be doing a hell of a job, man. A work like that, you gotta pay a nigga $100. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of my clients be hitting me with hunchos too. You feel what I'm saying? Cause they show their appreciation, and you know what I mean. I put my work and my skills. I put hard work into that cut. You feel me? I take my shit serious. So you know what I mean. But yeah, I agree. I agree with what he's saying, man.
So even if the barber just started cutting, or even if he ain't on your level, if he ain't been cutting for 14 years, you think he deserve $100 a cut too?
Nah, hell no. Your work speaks for itself, man. You gotta be a step ahead of the game, man. You gotta be on a whole nother level with your shit in order to get that much money off cutting hair.
So you gotta been in the game for a while.
Yeah. Plus your skills, you know what I mean. It speaks for itself. You feel me?
So are there barbers that been in the game for like as long as you and still just trash? Does that happen?
Yeah, it is. It's a couple of barbers still in the game, still trash. Been cutting hair for over 20 years.
Do they deserve that $100?
Nah. You know it's crazy because my bad. You know what a nigga deserve that huncho. You feel what I'm saying? You see his work on social media, or you will see somebody else, like you will ask them, like, man, who be cutting your shit? They be like, man, who be cutting my shit? You feel me? Like, damn, how much you be getting that nigga, man? I get that nigga $100 for this cut. He be like, man, that's well deserved. But you could tell by the cut if it's worth $100 or if it's just worth $30, $40, $50. So, well, I charge $50. You did what I'm saying. That's just for a haircut. But, I also get tips and shit like that. But you can tell, and you look at the man work, and you be like, man, you know what? I'm going to get this nigga $100 for this cut. That's what he charged. You got to give it to him.
So, man, now, like I said in the beginning, this the Barber Client Privilege. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so what we kind of do is we trying to go behind the chair. You know what I'm saying? We giving the people a glimpse at what the barbers and the client talk about. So, from your experience, you've been cutting for 14 years.
Over 15 years.
Over 15 years. You've been cutting for a long time.
Yes, sir.
What is one of the most disrespectful things that you've seen or heard in the barbershop, coming from a client or a barber or, whatever the case may be? What's one of the most things that you was like, man, this nigga, that female was bogus as hell for that?
I seen a nigga this shit, that's so funny, man, because it happened to me too. I seen a nigga say, man, let me go run to the car and grab the money, and never came back to the shop. So that was very disrespectful. You did what I'm saying. No, you gotta respect everybody hustle. And it happened to me before, but what else? What else was disrespectful?
Coming from a perspective of you a barber and maybe something your client told you. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about, and then you can kind of just go from there. Cause I got a little history. You know what I'm saying, in the barbershop. Yeah. And I was in the barbershop one day, and I heard it wasn't my client, it was somebody else's client. Yeah. And I heard, dude, in the barbershop, you all be having conversations and everybody be talking. Mm-hmm. So this particular time, we was talking about being in jail, being locked up. And we was like, the subject was, you not, gonna do sexual acts just because you in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like you went to jail with that, you know what I'm saying, type of thing on your mind. If you gon', fuck with other men or do the kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that go on in jail.
That shit crazy. Right.
And I heard, and what I overheard was this guy was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm gonna be locked up, man, more than 3 years, man, I'm probably gonna do some gay shit. That's like one of the most, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the most,
You might have to go somewhere else and get your motherfucking haircut talking like that. That shit crazy, man. Like, come on, man. For real, man. It's niggas that did 12, 20 years and ain't thought about that type of shit.
Right.
So I don't know, man. That's suspect to me.
It's definitely suspect. So what I'm saying, so that's what I mean. Like, give us an example, you know what I'm saying, of something like that.
From a client?
Yeah, a client, whoever, you know what I'm
saying? I'm trying to think, man. I really, because clients really don't talk that type of shit to me, man. Because I'm a different type of nigga. You feel what I'm saying? They might not feel comfortable talking crazy to me about some crazy shit. But I'm trying to think. Shit. The craziest thing I heard from a client. He had a threesome. But it was 2 niggas and 1 girl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now that was crazy.
Yeah,
this was a long time ago. I ain't gonna say who you is. I ain't gonna put you out there. But I'm like, I told him, nigga, there ain't no threesome. That's a train.
Man.
Y'all ran a train.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, that shit was kind of crazy. Plus, he was an older cat. You know what I mean? You know, when we was shorties, we call that, we run a train on the shit. But yeah, that might have been the most craziest shit I heard from a grown man saying that he had a threesome, but it was 1 female and 2 niggas.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy. That's definitely crazy.
That's sick.
Cause in the barbershop, you know what I mean, sometimes, you know, you would be surprised at the type of stuff you hear.
It's so crazy. He actually still get a haircut from me. I ain't gonna say who he is.
Yeah, he gonna see this interview.
You know what I'm saying? He might see the interview and be like, man, I'm glad this nigga ain't say my motherfucking name.
Right. He gonna know how you really feel about it now.
Yeah, but he knew it was crazy because I asked him, nigga, there ain't no motherfucking threesome. That's a train, shorty.
Right.
But yeah, that might have been the most craziest shit I heard. Cause really, man, my clients really like majority of my clients really don't be having shit crazy to say about me. It be on some man, shorty, goddamn it, you feel me? Think it's sweet, and you know, be talking about their relationships and you know shit like that, but not too much crazy shit though, bro.
Yeah, cause being a barber, you kind of like, you know what I mean.
I'm like
they
therapist.
Can vent. Yeah, you a therapist. Like
yeah.
they come in there and vent to you, talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they kind of, you know, they really take in consideration the advice you give them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I try to get the best advice I can. You know what I mean? I want all my clients, you know, if they got some shit on their mind, just let me know. Just, you know, breathe on me about it and we could chop it up, you know. But majority of my clients, man, they just come get a haircut and they be relaxed. And if they want to speak their mind, they gonna speak their mind. They know they ain't gonna, you know, they ain't gonna get down on them or you know what I mean, front they move off with no shit like that.
How you feel about other barbers hating on each other in the shop? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of competition in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? As far as other barbers looking and seeing, you know what I'm saying, if you got that barber hand or if you got that barber eye, you know what I'm saying? What you think about a new barber coming in and he might not be as good as everybody else, and then some barbers, you know, that's there that is good, you know what I'm saying, hating on the man, trying to discourage, shooting him down, it ain't really trying to help him get better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you feel about that?
That's some whole ass shit, man. Cause you know we started from the bottom too. I'm talking about the barbers that's up there right now. We started from scratch. We had to walk. We had to crawl before we walk. You feel me? So you know, I just be feeling bad about the new barbers, cause you know, I just recently hired one of the barbers. Even though he been cutting for a little while, but he's still new to me because I don't know him. I know a lot of barbers and shit like that. I don't know him, but. You know, he look up to a motherfucker. I try to give him the best advice I can, and you know, all that hating shit is out the door, man. You dig what I'm saying? One day, I might want you to be better than me one day. You feel what I'm saying? I want to show you how to step your game up. Step your game up. You know what I mean? Learn how to taper better, improve your lining skills and shit like that. You know, all that hating that shit overrated, man. You know what I mean? So for the barbers that's been in the game for a while hating on the new barbers, that's bullshit, man. You did what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That shit overrated, man.
Mm-hmm.
And me personally, man, I don't hate on no barber, bro. I just stay in my lane and ride my own wave. You feel me? I salute barbers. You feel what I'm saying? It's all love.
As you
with
should,
me.
yeah, as you should.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you familiar with the term the barber's eye?
I'm familiar with that.
Okay, explain your definition of the barber's eye. What you tell me what the barber's eye is?
The barber eye. Anybody can cut hair, but you gotta have that eye. You did what I'm saying. Once you get that eye, that's when your tapers, fades, liner improves. You see you stepping your game up. You gotta have that eye though. It's really hard to explain because it gotta come natural. You did what I'm saying. It take years of work to get that eye. You know what I mean? For you to develop you develop your skills and all that, then you get the eye. You feel me? Because anybody can cut hair. I can give my son a pair of clippers and smack a guard on there and tell him, man, give me a one around. But he might not do a good job, but he still cut my hair. That's because he ain't got that eye. It takes years to get that eye, bro. You don't just get that eye like that.
You just gave me a good definition of the barber's eye.
Barber's eye.
Yeah, so now you know what go with that eye. That's that barber hand.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So on the scale of 1 to 10, how you rate your hand?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Lee, man. The wrist game proper though, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I gotta give myself a sawbuck. Because it took years for me to get this sawbuck. I feel like I got the $1 million hands, man. For real. And took hard work and dedication, man, to get them hands like that. Cause I ain't gonna even cap, man. I ain't used to be this good. Cause I really ain't really careful. I just did it for the money. But now it's like a passion. You know what I mean? Like I love making people feel good about themselves. And I get blessings behind that shit. Like when you get out my chair, you're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna have the utmost confidence in yourself. And that makes me feel good. So, you know, I try to satisfy all my clients to the fullest. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like my hands are sawbuck all day long.
So what separates you from other barbers? What you got that other barbers ain't got? What's making somebody, you see what I'm saying, like, man, you know, YP, he you know what I'm saying, that's my man. I gotta fuck with him. I ain't fucking with nobody else. Cause you know that's what, being a barber, that's what you gotta do. That's how you gotta build that clientele. You gotta make your client feel like, man, they ain't going to nobody else. I'm fucking with Blade, period. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what's separating you, you know what I'm saying, from all the other barbers? What's stopping your customers from going to see somebody else?
I feel like just being consistent and posting, going crazy on social media, showing my work. And, you know, people starting to see it and be like, damn, he going crazy. I need a cut from this nigga. And
but social media ain't making the client stick with you. You know what I'm saying? Your skills is what's making the client stick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what's separating you? You know what I'm saying? What's making you colder than the next man?
You know what, man? I feel like this, man, you just going to the hair shows, you know, just looking at, you know, watching the Ross barbers, watching, you know, everything evolves. So you got to evolve with it. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I evolve with everything. I feel like I step my game up to the point that, you know, man, that separates me from other barbers. You know, I invest in my craft. You feel me? I'm consistent. You know what I mean? I'm always doing my research and homework on new shit, new products. You feel me? So that separates me from a lot of barbers. Because I be having shit that other barbers won't have. It probably won't get until they see me using the shit. You feel me? So You know, I just try to stay ahead of the game, a step ahead of the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because you got a lot of barbers out here that cut hair, so you just got to stay ahead of the game, man. You say it's all about leveling up.
That's what's up.
So if you ain't leveling up, hey, you gonna get left behind.
That's what's
and guess
up.
who they gonna call? They gonna call me to cut their hair. Because they see me leveling, elevating my skills, my craft, everything. Just, I'm going crazy, you feel me? So, and I plan on keeping it that way.
That's what's up. So, where'd you get the name Blade from?
Oh, man. I used to work on Cicero and Madison. I got into it with one of the barbers. And one of the barbers was the mama. The owner was the mom. So she fired my ass and shit. So I hopped in my Pontiac, rode to Maywood. I was living in Maywood at the time. I rode to Maywood. I hollered at Shamar from Maywood. Shout out to Shamar. You did what I'm saying, from Maywood. So I asked to work in his shop. And, man, he hired me right on the spot. Bam. Man, when you want to start? I said, I can start tomorrow. He like, cool. It was a couple of cats in there. They was decent. But it was one particular cat that was raw as hell. I'm talking about, nigga, he can put Daffy Duck in your head. All type of shit. Spider-Man in your head. They call him Gino. And, man, look, I went to the mall. Rest in peace to We the Lord too, man. We the Lord was with me, man. I went to the mall, man. I wanted these Ray-Bans so bad. The one Young Jeezy used to wear. This was a while back. I think I dropped like $400 on them Ray-Bans, dark Ray-Bans, and I had put them on. I pulled up in a Pontiac and came in the shop. I used to wear them all the time. And Gino, he was one of the nicest barbers in the shop. You did what I'm saying? Older cat, nice. He was like, man, he seen my razor game. He was like, man, shorty, goddamn, this before all the black spray and all that shit. He was like, man, bro, we got to give you a nickname. He said, man, your nickname is Blade. I'm like, Blade? He was like, yeah, because you look like Blade. You got the Blade and you got the Ray-Bans looking like Blade, you know, Wesley Snipes. You feel me? So he was like, man, your name Blade. So ever since then, man, it was like my name Blade. You feel me? Like, it ain't like I woke up and was like, man, I'm going to call myself Blade. Like, one of the dopest barbers in Maywood gave me that name, Blade, and I just ran with it, man. Shout out to Gino, too.
Yeah, shout out Gino because that's make it even better when somebody else name you. A lot of dudes that try to name theyself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't really carrying no weight because you could be whoever you want to be, whoever you say you is. But when you got it, when somebody in the same profession, you know what I'm saying, and better than you or just as good as you,
oh, man.
You know what I'm saying, and they give you a name, you know what I'm saying.
I'm talking about this nigga was so dope, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think about it. At the time, you ain't had all that extra shit, all the chalk, the spray. You ain't had none of that shit. It was just raw dog and heads. You did what I'm saying? All skills. You feel me? And that nigga was raw with it, man. Like, he gave me my name, man, because, you know, he seen something in me. Like, he seen potentials in me. So, you know, I ran with it, man. Ever since then, man, that's been my name. You did what I'm saying? That's why I go by.
That's what's up. Man, you know, we got to talk about, especially since you mentioned it, the chalk. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you can't see nobody doing a video, doing a cut, you know what I'm saying, without putting the white chalk lining, you know what I'm saying, on your head, on your face, you know what I'm saying? It was my understanding, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But it was my understanding that the chalk line was just a guide, you know what I'm saying, to like what you trying to do. If you was putting a part in their head, maybe you needed to put that chalk line in there just to guide, you know what I'm saying. If you was putting a graphic in their head, maybe you just needed to put the chalk line in first as a guide. But nowadays they want to put the chalk on, leave it on, you know what I'm saying? Man, explain to me, you know what I'm saying, exactly what's going on with the chalk, bro.
You know, I use the chalk. But you know, the barbers wasn't the first people using it, man. You feel me? Women, it was the people that was doing the arches, arching eyebrows and shit like that. They put the pencil on there, and you did what I'm saying. They go over it just to give you that nice, clean, fresh line look on your arch. So you know, we just came up with the idea like we just gonna start using on niggas' linings, but a lot of niggas don't use it right. You feel what I'm saying? Like they leave a chalk on there, which kind of look bogus. You feel what I'm saying? Like I use the chalk, but when you use it, you gotta use it the correct way. You feel what I'm saying?
And
like,
what's the correct way?
When you gotta do a complete haircut before you put the chalk line on there. First of all, you gotta make sure you get that line out of there. You feel what I'm saying? You can leave a little bit on there, but don't make it look obvious to the point that niggas know you got a whole chalk line around your head. But a lot of niggas like that shit. They be like, man, what a chalk line at? What you talking about? The chalk right there. He was like, man, I want that. Nah, I don't do all that shit. You go down south and get that shit somewhere. Or how them rest of us or somebody else do that shit. But no, it's just like I said, you know what I mean? When they do the eyebrow arch, you know, they don't leave a chalk line on there. But you can tell they put the chalk on there because it's so crispy and just precisely perfect. So that's how niggas want they lining. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, check it out, man. Now, you explain the chalk lining, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I mean, people take heed to the game that you just dropped.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, I can't miss the chance to talk about the man weave. You see what I'm saying? Man, give me your honest opinion about the man weave. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't feeling the man weave. You dig? But don't let that, you know what I'm saying, influence the truth, you know what I'm saying, or how you feel about the man weave. You might like it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I ain't fucking with it.
It's good money in it. It's good money in that shit.
Man, talk to me about the man weave, man.
Oh, honestly, I wouldn't wear a man weave. That's not where I come from. You know what I mean? I'm cut from a different cloth. My brother's a pirate. Get down on my ass. I'm the youngest. My sister get down on my ass. She see me with a man weave in my head. If I feel like it's over with, I'm just gonna cut my shit off. But as far as me doing it, I do the man weave because, you know, that's my profession. I'm a barber. And like I said, you know, it's always new shit that barbers doing. So I do the man weave. You feel what I'm saying? But I wouldn't wear the man weave. I wouldn't do that shit.
So, of course, you're going to do it to make the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get at is your honest opinion of how these
My
niggas.
honest opinion?
No, your honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Your honest opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, let me ask you, have you ever done the man weave on anybody?
No.
Okay.
No. Not yet.
Okay, but you will, and you should. You know what I'm saying?
One of these days.
Yeah, you will and you should.
Soon.
Because that's your profession. But
yep.
I think, you know what I mean, my opinion, you know, as a man, I just don't feel like a man should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, toupees and all that kind of stuff been around. It just moved into, you know what I'm saying, the black culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think men should just let the women be women. You know what I'm saying? The women do the weaves. You know what I'm saying? The women, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reasons, they want to do that stuff to their hair. You know, some men don't even agree with that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So what I'm saying is, as a man, you know what I'm saying, don't you think that that's like they going too far with that shit? Like, you a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when it's over with, it's over with. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? And if you got to go through all that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying, I think there's you know, a little bit of insecurities or, you know what I'm saying, something going on, you know. What about you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I agree with you, man. I feel like that's women shit. You did what I'm saying. Women supposed to get the weave, not the niggas. You feel me? Ain't no way in hell a nigga supposed to be getting hair glued to their head like women. You feel me? That's women shit. Like I said, I never do it. You feel me? And bottom line, man, that shit, it just, you know what I mean, it's female shit. It's feminine shit. You
Right.
feel me?
That's what I think too.
You know what I mean? I feel like, man, we got the spray out here. You know what I mean?
And sometimes that
got
can
the
be
Beijing.
Yeah, sometimes they can overdo that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they can
saying?
overdo
Sometimes
that too.
you know, the Beijing can go a little too far. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, man, if it's over with, it's over with.
It's over with.
You know what I mean? Let that fat lady sing. It's over with. Ain't no coming back.
Right. Or go get a hair transplant or something.
Yeah. Now, maybe you can do that.
Yeah, you get a hair transplant.
Save your money up.
Yeah,
just like these women saving their money up for the BBL. You save your money up for that.
Yeah, go get a hair transplant. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You lose your hair. You know what I'm saying? You might feel some type of way. You feel better with your hair. You know, get a hair transplant. But the super glue on the scalp, I ain't with it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit getting out of hand, man. Like I said, man, I would do it because that's my profession. But as a man, and you want me to be completely honest with you, no.
Right. That's how I feel.
That's not gonna work.
Now tell me this. As a barber, right? You know, you got a lot of clients.
Yeah.
And you and women come in there with their children. You see what I'm saying? Have you seen a situation? Do women come in there, you know, trying to look good, look cute, you know what I'm saying, act like they like a barber, you know what I'm saying, just to get free haircuts for their kids? Have you ever seen that? Do they do that? Do women, you know what I mean?
Oh man. Man, I seen that shit so many times, man. Like, man, I don't want to say too much on here. You feel me? But you know, it's women that do that shit.
That come in and flirt with barbers just to get their haircut for free or get it on the low or whatever. This nigga charged $30. You know what I'm saying? And now she coming in there and she fuck with him specifically because this nigga doing it for the free or whatever.
Yeah. I had I dated a female. You feel what I'm saying? I used to cut her son hair at first, and then, you know, I ain't know she liked me until she told me, you feel what I'm saying, one day. She was like, man, you do a very good job on my son's hair. And she was like, it was like, man, she was, I kind of felt she was feeling the motherfucker. But shit started getting sour because now I got to cut your son's hair for free all the time and all this shit. Like, respect my hustle, shorty. This is what I do for a living. You did what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You can't miss business with pleasure. You feel what I'm saying? Because it never works out.
Right.
I did it several times, man. I'm talking about I dated my clients so many times, bro. Like over the years, I've been cutting hair. You feel what I'm saying? That shit never work out. Like to this day, I'm not with no female, right? That I was cutting her son hair. That shit over with. That shit never works out. So,
especially she might have been a big tipper in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Man, she might have been hitting you with the, you know what I'm saying, the 40-50 piece. And then now y'all talking, all that's out the door. You can't even count on that no more.
She getting her son haircut twice a week. Like, damn, shorty, I just cut your son hair.
Right.
That's because she digging a nigga. But that shit never works out though, man. Like, I don't date my client's mother.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Right. Have you ever seen, now being in the shop, have you ever seen barbers date they clients' women? You know what I'm saying? They might have been like the client might have been coming in, he coming in with his woman, you know what I'm saying? And you know, she, you know, the other barbers might be like, oh man, you know, she decent. You know how niggas is when they in the barber shop. Have you ever seen a barber, you know what I'm saying, end up, you know what I'm saying, dating one of his clients' women that used to come in the shop with him?
Absolutely.
How you feel about that? You think that's cool or?
I ain't gonna say it ain't cool because at the same time, you know, motherfucker gonna make their own decision as a grown person. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I mean? She was feeling the barber and shit happens. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. I'm not your friend. I'm your barber. You feel what I'm saying?
But I don't know. We was talking. I don't know. Now we was talking earlier. You did what I'm saying, and we was saying like how the barber is, the client's therapist. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the client come in there and they vent to you. You know what I'm saying? They tell you stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if that's the case. I mean,
but you gotta, I feel you on that. It's just like, if you just dating a person, then that's different. But now if that's like your wifey, you dig what I'm saying? Nah, you don't do none of that shit. But if you just been dating her and she up for grabs, then you did. It shouldn't mean shit. But you dig what I'm saying? If you've been with this person for like 8 years, that's your wife, like, and you've been cutting this man for a long time, then that's totally disrespectful.
Finish talking about, you know what I'm saying, dating one of your clients' women. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, me personally, you see what I'm saying? I think it's some bullshit. Like, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Sometimes, especially when you dealing with women.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, niggas will kill you over a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke you.
Right. And then a lot of times too, women be playing fucking games.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of times she doing that, you see what I'm saying, to fuck with the nigga. You see what I'm saying? So you might think you a smooth dude and you know what I'm saying? Like, shorty, she feeling me, you know what I mean? You remember dude, girl, man, she fucking with, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time, you know what I'm saying, this nigga got a motive and she really trying to fuck with your man. You see what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you fucking with her or whoever fucking with her, the barber, and then she back with this nigga. You see what I'm saying? And this nigga know, now you done lost a customer, this nigga mad, or this nigga want to fight. So, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's some bullshit all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, because you could it could be a lot of shit. So that's just one of them things. You know, it's like fucking with your homie girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a part of the code. That's motherfuckers don't get down like that. But a lot of niggas do. But when you live by the code, you know what I'm saying? Man, nigga don't get down like that.
Yeah. You right. You know what I mean? You gotta live by the code. But sometimes you gotta understand, like, she for the streets, bro. You feel what I'm saying? If you just met this chick and you trying to handcuff this chick, that's a no. You dig what I'm saying? Like, she been for the streets. And like I said, man, you know when a nigga is really dedicated or she dedicated to her nigga. You dig what I'm saying? That's your client. You know not to even go that route. You feel what I'm saying? But if you finna bring a hoe in the shop and she trying to fuck on everybody, she for the streets, bro. It's nothing you can do about it. A hoe gonna be a hoe. You feel what I'm saying? A hoe gonna pick and choose who they gonna fuck. You feel me? But if you know this a good ass woman, you know this a good ass nigga, you know how they rotate, you know how they come, and then you already know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, like, you did what I'm saying. The motherfucker look at you funny, like, man, why is he cuffing up this hoe for? She for the streets, bro. She always been for the streets. So, you know what I mean? On that level, like, niggas gonna be niggas, hoes gonna be hoes.
Look, even if she from the streets, even if she for the streets, that's the main reason I ain't fucking with her. Cause she for the streets. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with you cause you for the streets.
But you know how niggas be, these niggas be thirsty as hell.
I know, that's what it boiled down to. Yeah. Cause that's what, you know what I'm saying? See, when you living by the code, ain't no exception. She could be for the streets, she could be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason I ain't fucking with her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And and if she a good girl, you see what I'm saying? She ain't gonna fuck with you anyway. Right, and she came in here with her man. You see what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
She ain't gonna come back in there trying to holler at you with you. So number one, she ain't a good girl. You see what I'm saying? Number two, is she for the streets? I really ain't fucking with her. You not even finna, because you from the streets, you not finna even get me wrapped up in that bullshit.
I swear.
You see what I'm saying? Because you from the streets. That's just how, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. That's my take on it. You know, I live by the code. I ain't fucking with a nigga bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I used to work at Bip Shop on Grand. Shout out to Bips. I used to work at his shop on Grand. This female used to bring her kids and you dig what I'm saying, with her husband and everything. She'd be texting one of the barbers while her husband in the shop.
That's crazy.
Married too.
That's crazy.
He's no longer with her because he found out she was a piece of shit. He found out she was a piece of shit.
Right.
And she was bogus as hell, but
that's why
I mean, that shit crazy, man. Like motherfuckers be good.
And right.
Motherfuckers do stupid shit like that.
Right. And what kind of, and this one, that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what you think she gonna do to you? You think it's cool?
She gonna play you too?
Man, period. That's the kind of woman she is. So you think it is cool because she texting you in the shop, you know what I'm saying, while her husband there, she texting you. You think that she just showing you.
I'm talking about, bro, he used to show us the text.
But that's what I'm saying, man. And she
that shit foul.
That shit foul as hell. And she's showing you, you see what I'm saying, the kind of woman she is. Why you fucking with her? You know what I'm saying? I guess you know, you just trying to hit something, but nigga, how many niggas is probably hitting her? You know what I'm saying? And what that say about you? Like, nigga, you can't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even fuck with no girl like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now look, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Barbers are the new
wave. The new generation. The new artists. You know what I mean? The new therapists.
Hey, I don't know if you want to be. I don't know if you want to be a therapist. You think it's all right for a nigga to fuck with you, to fuck with your client. You know what I'm saying? To fuck with your nigga. You would be a nigga. You ain't a good therapist.
I ain't saying it like that. I'm saying if you know she a hoe.
No,
you
fuck
what I'm
she
saying?
could be a hoe.
A hoe's gonna be hoes, bro.
Right. That don't mean you gotta fuck with her. Still.
Yeah, true that.
You don't want to, man. Nigga don't want to fuck with hoes. At least
that's
I
why,
would.
You know, it's all a part of growing up,
right?
Understanding the position you play in life,
right?
And you know, to make the right decision,
right?
When it come down to certain shit like that.
That's facts. Check this out. I know you've been hearing a lot of talk about reparations.
Yeah,
you've been hearing talk about that.
A little bit.
And people been, you know, motherfuckers been making jokes and shit like shit be in the shop, whatever. You know, motherfuckers be like, man, they give niggas some money. Man, there's going to be a whole bunch of Cadillacs and Mercedes Benzes around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Man, if you was to get your reparations, you see what I'm saying? Just say they gave you, you know what I mean, 100,000. You see what I'm saying? Tomorrow, what you going to do with that bread?
100,000. Man. Ooh, 100,000. Let me see. Definitely gonna get a shop. But first of all, I gotta get a lawyer. I gotta make sure my shit cool. You dig what I'm saying? The first thing I probably do is invest in a shop. A nice ass shop, probably some laundry mats. Like 2 laundry mats. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because, you know, 100,000 really ain't shit, but you can get a couple of things with 100,000, and you can flip that money to make it more than 100,000. Get it to like 500,000. You know what I mean? 600,000. You feel me? So you invest in your 100,000. Yeah, definitely.
You ain't gonna go out and buy a whole bunch of shoes, Gucci,
hell nah.
Louis Vuitton, and
hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Be on making a video showing your money, making it rain. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of shit. You ain't doing that.
Before I do all that, because you know what I mean, ain't nothing wrong with, you know, doing your thing, having fun. You know, that's what life is about. You know, life too short not to, you know, do your thing and have fun and enjoy it while you can. But you know, if I had 100,000, definitely finna invest that 100,000. Definitely finna flip that 100,000, because that shit can go so fast. You feel what I'm saying? This niggas with $5 million that shit just came and went. You feel me? And now they broke as hell.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. So before we go, talk to me about the big tippers and the little tippers. You making when the big tippers come in, you pushing the little tippers to the side?
Majority of my clients all big tippers. I ain't gonna lie to you, but nah. You know the big tippers, the big tippers. You know they come first. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know money talk. You feel what I'm saying? They paying their way. You know I got niggas coming from Chicago. I got niggas coming from Wisconsin. I got niggas coming from Indiana, as well as I got my Lake County clients. But you know, it's just only right, man. I mean, if you paying your way, you gonna put a nigga in the chair. You did what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta respect what they paying you. You feel what I'm saying? If a nigga be like, I be like, man, and to be honest with you, I can vouch on this shit. This was like, I think this was like 3 weeks ago. Man, I had like 3 clients in the shop waiting on me. You know what I mean? My homie Deli came through. Shout out to my homie Deli. You did what I'm saying. He need a line, and it's just a lining. You feel what I'm saying? He need a lining bad as hell. I told him I got 3 heads. And he was like, man, I got 120 for a lining. I was like, you next. And you know, shout out to my clients that was waiting. They respected that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I didn't even put him on speaker. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is no cap. I call him right now. I put him on speaker. I'm like, man, I got one. He said, I got 120 for Blade. Can I get in the chair next? They like, oh, he got 120. Go on, get your money.
Hey, so you know what he did? You know what he did? Deli.
He cut in line.
He cut in line.
He cut in line. That's what it's all about, baby.
He cut in line. That's what it's all about. Hey,
so you gotta respect that.
Yeah, you gotta respect the cut in line.
Yeah.
You feel me? You definitely gotta respect the cut in line. Hey man, so look, like I said in the beginning, man, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? You know, chopping it up with us.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
I'm saying? Giving the people an opportunity to kind of get to know you better. You know what I mean? Now they really understand when they see you, you know what I'm saying, cutting all them Chirac interview artists, you know what I'm saying? They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They know why you there, why you doing your thing. And let the people know where they can follow you at, support you at, you know what I'm saying, on social media, the shop you in, you know what I'm saying? Man, let them know where they can find Blade.
Yes, sir. You can find me at on Instagram, Flatboy Blade, IG, Facebook, YP Blade. You know what I mean? You can find me cutting at Headmasters in Gurney Mills Mall, interest G or H.
Hey,
No doubt.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Barber Client Privilege.
You cut in line.
YP Blade.
Hey man, shout out to my nigga Lee, man, for having me here.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with the cutting line. I fuck with the Chirac magazine. It's all love.